Heretics need to get the ball rolling early, or else G2 just have a very steady, long-range poke composition that, or at least poke aspects in the composition that they can look to play through. Reset, which opens up SkewMond to go bot. Will be spotted on a ward though.
Yeah, but how quick can they go? I mean, Labrov might die in the process as well. Ghost Water Dive sets up a Phantom Undertow, but there is no toe left standing, and Stend has no target, but might have to run for his life, but he can't because his fight is down. It's a great root caller. SkewMond though, the hook on the dying breath, double buff, so I'm sure the red buff had movement there and keeping SkewMond.
I was kind of saying, I want to see a top side because Carlsen. Wait, that's 6 for BB.
Yeah, because Carlsen, he's not level 6 himself. Dominus was just used. TPing in the middle of the way versus Renekton as Carlsen has the ulti, but if he goes back in, he'll die. Meanwhile, we're fighting elsewhere. Let's look towards the bottom lane. Sheo has got, again, a painter's mark on his head. Suppressed, luckily, but Labrov goes popping the weasel. The Chaos Storm is out. Not enough damage, but Bone Skewer to help out. That's great for Team Heretics. One on the board versus the other mark.
Still, look at the ball.
He's got a full Fury bar. That Rain of Anger won't hold itself, and Daisy now interrupts. Let's play a game of Candy Crush as Carlsen set up against the wall. In reverse, it'll happen now bot side, but the ulti sends out. SkewMond under turret, flushes away. In the end, though, Broken Blade will find the kill. Bullet time, though, is unleashed. Under turret, the stun under from Labrov makes it a better trade for G2. Caught me off guard.
Yeah, the fact that you get that lockup from Sheo into the combo from Flakked means hands go...
Good damage from the B team Misfortune as well. Stend might get more than that, maybe a pick, a Bone Skewer in, and he's looking for that execute with Halo Blades. Eclipse gets in the way for now, but Stend still holds on to that death from below as Dominus pops out. Broken Blade's going to 1v3 onto Stend. He gets away, he pops the ulti. It still comes through, so there's a reset handy, but Broken Blade's defense is for naught.
BB tried, but that's a ton of turret plates gone. And also now, you're giving that kill across.
Kamiloo, though, speaking of No Man's Land, he might be caught out. Spiraling Despair is going to AoE to Paradise. Impale used, but Kamiloo not there to lend a helping hand. Shut down over to Caps, and he needed that.
Yeah, nice turnaround by G2 to get another kill off the back, because it was into a position where it's like, okay, now they can continue through that picks, but...
Holy.
Wait a second.
That's some Ambessa damage. The only difference is Broken Blade can shred through the Eclipse, and now that shield bash is down for a little bit. We'll see Carlsen pull back. Never mind, he's got Sheo with him, so he's going to go on him. But SkewMond's there, interrupts, and that Ruthless Predator needed. But again, Sheo's in the way. A nice little heart seal will come through from Sheo, but Broken Blade just looks for the original target. Sheo's in the way again, but to their success, you don't mess with the Candy Crush King for a double setup, and Kamiloo just a bystanding failure.
And Kamiloo's going to lose that wave catching out everyone as the Croc jumps out of the brush. And now Caps topside.
It's Solar Flare. It's an Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Stend can't move. Easy kill for Hans Summer. Let's flip that turret to Broken Blade in the end as Stend. Hello, he wants a piece, and now with the setup of Engage, Labrov wants another one on the way back. SkewMond sets up, Root Caller's good, Daisy comes out as well, Impale, you'd say fantastic, but Sheo just can't move. Range from Hans Summer, crucial here. The zone control ends up, but another Root Caller, and Sheo will drop to the ground. How easy does SkewMond make it look?
Great turnaround by G2. The fact that, as you said, Hysterics, there was no real lockdown as G2 were running away, meant they got to clear out the majority of the wave. Broken Blade gets that tier 1 bot lane and now TP to mid lane to maybe look for a bit more.
Oh, they know he's there. I mean, Kamiloo's just engaged on Solar Flare. He won't have a chance. They thought G2 backed away. Heretics, you are under false assumptions.
What are you going to do? How are you going to try and break this mid lane turret? And they're moving multiple members now in to defend that play, but I think it should fall with this one.
Should indeed. I mean, Misfortune damage big, but under the turret, Stend starts off the engage, getting Solar Flared. Impale's only a one-man, but again, it's all onto Labrov. Broken Blade comes in with a flank, and it looks like a horrendous fight for Team Heretics. While the turret may go down, all members are starting to drop like flies as well. Sheo, Kamiloo, first off the list. Stend gets low, has to retreat, and G2 taking the fight over the objective as the hook comes in, but Stend can't stick around. Pyke just gets autoed, and with an Ivern, how easy is it? Sticking around might not be the right call, as Stend even finding a hook here. You never know what's going to come next. Turret in response for G2. Broken Blade and Carlsen are going to deal with each other while this makes a 4v4 head-on collision. Bone Skewer comes out, finds SkewMond, but a Root Caller sets up the arrow in backline as onto the Dragons, the new target for G2. Sheo gets Unending Despair, or rather spiraling. and Dragon goes down. Okay, Labrov gets bone skewered in. He gets a stun, he gets everything off, and maybe that would be okay. It's a bullet time. It's the response. Summer tries to step forward onto Flakked, but it's dangerous territory. Root call is great as well. Sheo just Tokyo drifted to death. Pro fell off the building as G2 have won the fight, got the Dragon. Notice from SkewMond as well. 10 stacks, and sure that's to grow. As Broken Blade versus Carlsen. Let's have a look. Dominus going to be used. Flakked is down here though, so the perfect execution is nice, but Broken Blade has Hysterics gauge and wait for the Q. He flashes, takes it. Flakked gets arrowed. Summer from downtown, and Broken Blade is sitting on him. That's the League of Legends teabag if I've ever seen one, while a double kill drops to the ground, and G2.
And now immediately moving over towards the Baron. Broken Blade's going to reset because he's got a plethora of wards that he can TP to, and I don't think Heretics are ready for it.
Labrov's going to zone off. Stend walks in, and it's all he can do. Labrov just walks away and beats a nuisance while Kamiloo sets up and sets a gravity field. Broken Blade is now TP'd in, ready to zone away. Baron, down it goes. Sheo has to run for his life. The rest of G2 are ready to fight again.
Yeah, G2.
Where do you get the key from? 10k for the Dragon. G2 have started this off. This is their soul. Sheo needs a steal, but Team Heretics need a plan. 4k, 3k, Daisy out. Root caller again. Labrov in the way. Soul, even though it was a late smarter, at least it looked janky. It doesn't matter. Sheo flashed in for the attempted steal, but with Infernal Soul, the chase begins. Kamiloo running and running, and that's all he can do. SkewMond running outside the outskirts of the gravity field while Labrov keeps Team Heretics at bay. An arrow's going to fly and go nowhere, but Kamiloo on the spot will die right there. We put a marker down, and G2 continue their onslaught.
And they're going to continue marching.
And probably taken by G2 at this point. Stend tries to get near, he'll get spotted out, and everyone's launching on him. Flashes away while Carlsen now in the midst of it as well. Arrow flies out, Kamiloo's now caught out, and he doesn't have Merc treads, so with a solar flare on top, he's just dead. Now Carlsen just going to tickle G2 while that thought of tickling Attica. the spirit comes out and like, oh, what's your Patronus? There's some little gremlin yordle. It feels pretty obvious, but just if you didn't know, the way we're setting this up is that as that arrow flies through, there's a lot more tools that G2 can launch at, and Kamiloo cannot play the game. One of the problems with Viktor is that he might look good walking, but when he stands still, he's through.
Looking like the end of Arcane after that one.
Yeah, I still haven't watched season 2, but also Silo. Let's just keep going. Have you seen the one where G2 go and go flawless in the split? Hysterics? No, I haven't actually. It's interesting. How would they do that, Jake? Well, I can answer that for you. Quick 9.
Yeah, 25 to 8.
Yeah.
Well, G2 want to try and finish off Labrov. That's not exactly the way you want to try and finish this out, but Stend does end up overextending to try and make that play happen. And now G2 going to continue the push through on the top side.
It's just Ivern shield just when you think they're dead as the Impale comes in. I mean, Labrov again, he'll just get a shield, he'll walk up. Redemption does a little bit of that magic as well. Kamiloo just gets autoed down by Summer. Look at the spacing from this guy. Ulti comes out from Carlsen with the whole team's dead. Bullet time might look great, but Carlsen has already dropped into the dirt. 2 members left standing, and G2. When people question who the best team in Europe is, you just got to come back to the old faithful, the usual. G2 starting 2-0 at the beginning of week 2. As Flakked drops as well. They're just that good. When you doubt them in winter, when they don't make it to first stand, it doesn't matter, they come back, and in spring they're bloody good again.
G2 just needed time. And it looks like they are starting to ramp up with that time. Still a while though before they have to face off against KC where they can look for that revenge, but now joining them at 2-0 at the top of the table is definitely a good way to start off their spring campaign.
Easy to be a G2 fan, isn't it? Even in their slumps, you know you're always going to get a resurgence. It's not like they slumped last week, right? But it's just G2 that was cleaner than ever, and you can vote for your player of the series at LEC on X.